From the man responsible for engineering the second greatest comeback in NFL playoff history to the man making the single most anticipated comeback of 2014. Perhaps that's a slight bit of an exaggeration. On the latter part of that statement, I'm Wes Decker. Hello and welcome to Inside Sports. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season. Please allow me to be the last to wish you a Happy New Year. It's totes my goats to be back, and frankly, things have been going cray-cray since last you saw me. Some of the nutty highlights we missed included Secretary of State John Kerry fist-bumping Snoop Dogg, a donkey meat recall in China, reports of the Biebs and Selena Gomez riding Segways together, and then there's the Marist Polls list of the 5 most annoying words and phrases of 2013, words and phrases I'll now use to explain our mission here today and beyond. Today, Inside Sports is like bringing you up to date on the winter sports season. It's obviously catch-up time for basketball, wrestling, indoor track and field, and hockey, you know. Should anybody ever tell you you'll get more county high school sports on any other program, I sincerely hope you tell them, whatever. When you come back, I'll be in uniform as I embark on proving we're a show of our word. Just saying.
Behind every great child, there is a great foundation. Premier Martial Arts will empower your child and give them a premier foundation to success. Our instructors have the passion to teach classes designed to build premier skills. Your child will develop greater self-control, confidence, and concentration. Premier Martial Arts will take your child up the path of greatness. Call Premier Martial Arts today.
At Murray's Tire and Auto, we were here for you then and we're here for you now. While the way we look might have changed over the years, the quality of the work you've come to count on remains the same. From preventive maintenance services to emissions repairs, major and minor mechanical work, new tire sales and service using state-of-the-art equipment, and Murray's always provides full service at no additional charge. Plus, Murray's gives you a second chance to win on all lottery purchases. Enjoy old-fashioned service with all the modern conveniences at Murray's Tire and Auto, still here for you at the corner of Sunset Avenue and Artisan Street in Williamsport.
Hamilton Nissan is the used car superstore. You don't have to go to the Ford dealership to buy a Ford or the Honda dealership to buy a Honda. Save thousands and buy pre-owned at Hamilton Nissan. A huge selection of the area's most popular models, from Acura to Volkswagen. You'll find it at Hamilton Nissan with maximum selection, maximum savings, and maximum value with our Dealership for Life program. The Hamilton Nissan Used Car Superstore on the Dual Highway in Hagerstown or online at hamiltonnissan.com.
In July of 1863, Robert E. Lee's Army of Northern Virginia retreated through Washington County after the Battle of Gettysburg. For 10 days, Lee's army was stuck in and around the town of Williamsport. Antietam Cable Productions is proud to bring you the 150th anniversary of the Retreat Through Williamsport event on Blu-ray and DVD. This multi-disc set features over 12 hours of lectures, demonstrations, and reenactments. To get your very own copy of this special event, visit the Antietam Cable DVD store. Plus, for a limited time, get 25% off everything in the store.
What's bigger than a baker's dozen and a lot more exciting? Antietam Cable Sports Plus, 18 extra sports channels, MLB Network, Golf Channel, ESPNU, ESPN News, Big Ten Network, Outdoor Channel, World Fishing Network, Horse Racing TV, Fox College Sports, NFL Network, NFL Red Zone, every touchdown from every game every Sunday during the regular season, and more. Antietam Cable Sports Plus, just $7.99 per month. If you already have a digital box, you can get Sports Plus activated instantly. Call now, 301-797-5000.
Honey, I just got the mail. We got 6 new bills today.
We don't have enough money.
Mommy, will we still get to live in our house?
It may be time to consider bankruptcy. Call Bodie Law. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family.
Injured on the job? Been denied compensation? Need money for medical bills and lost wages? Know your rights. Insurance companies have lawyers, and so should you. Protect yourself. Call Bodie Law, your Hagerstown legal team, for help at 888-823-1255. It's what we do for you that counts.
Welcome back to Inside Sports. In boys basketball, through what has become the winter of county athletic directors' discontent so far, the private schools have the market cornered relative to best records. By stringing together 9 victories in succession from December 2nd through the 28th and winning 10 of their 11 games overall in the month, St. Maria Goretti has raced out to a county best 14-3 mark. The Gales are also off to a 3-1 start in the Baltimore Catholic League, where they currently hold down second place behind unbeaten St. Francis. As expected, the offense has run through Big Martin Gebbin, who's averaging a points and rebounds double-double each time he steps on the court. But a major key to success has come on the defensive end, where they're yielding a county low 47.2 points per game. Coach Amrit Rayfield's troops get 2 stiff BCL tests this week before facing Williamsport on Saturday. And a week from Friday, in a much-anticipated IPSL showdown, Goretti welcomes the Saints of St. James, who marched out to a 7-0 start to the season and presently sit at 8-2. The trio of Obi Anichionya, Justin Thompson, and Terrence Mayimba have combined to account for 38 of St. James's 58.5 points per game on average. Coach Dan Preet's Saints have locked up opponents too, 4 times, holding teams to 46 points or fewer, a formula that's fueled a 2-0 start to their Mid-Atlantic Conference schedule by an average margin of victory equivalent to 23 points per outing. The road-tested Saints play at a place which they've become relatively unfamiliar this week. That's at home. St. James hosts games for just the second and third times all year, including Conference Tilt number 3 on Wednesday. Meantime, Mason-Dixon Christian Conference rivals Broad Fording and Heritage are also off to strong beginnings. Broad Fording has quantity and quality of schedule on its side. The Lions are 8-7, and even having tested themselves early and often with good competition, they possess the county's most potent private school attack, tallying 65.2 points per game. Bernie Klutz's young bunch is finding its way to the bucket behind the senior leadership of Monty Anderson, who paces the team in scoring and assists. And while many things can be taught, size cannot, and that's one luxury BCA enjoys: 3 players 6'4" or taller. Heritage, meanwhile, is propelled by the 1-2 experience-packed punch of Alex Cosner and Chris Harrell. Heritage is 4-2. However, one of those defeats came at the hands of Broad Fording back on December 13th, meaning the Eagles become the early hunters and the Lions the early hunted in the race for the regular season MDCC title. Now, while all 4 of those schools are averaging more points per game than they're allowing, of our 7 public school squads, only 1 is on the plus side of the scoring differential. Not surprisingly, it's the one sporting the best overall record, scoring 67.2 and giving up 54 points per game. Williamsport has rung up 5 wins against just 1 loss. The Wildcats have ridden the inside-outside productivity of 6'6" Sterling Christie and 6'2" Cameron Cross to that success, combining Christie's 17 points and 9 rebounds with Cross's 12 points and 6 boards. The Cats provide matchup problems for most defenses. As for Coach Ryan Grable's D, it oftentimes jumpstarts his O, with Michael Riley cashing in to the tune of nearly 11 points per game, and Riley Arnone chipping in another 11 while facilitating for the county's 2nd highest scoring offense, one that gears up the tour of Hagerstown this week with up-close and personal looks at North, South, and Goretti waiting in the wings. While Williamsport has the best overall public school record, it's Smithsburg who owns the Antietam Conference's top mark, thanks in part to a victory over Williamsport. The Leopards are 4-4 overall, but have yet to lose a conference matchup, currently sitting atop the Antietam perch at 3-0. They're also 2-1 against 1A competition so far, with 4 of the Leopards' remaining 14 contests against opponents in the same classification. Smithsburg's focus is on the region, and if early returns are any indication, will likely go as far as the consistent play of senior guard Matt Sprecher, and his 13 points and 4 assists per game will carry them. Consistent play, at least good consistent play, that's been a foreign concept to a South Hagerstown team that sits at 3-4 overall and 1-1 in the conference. No team in the county has put the ball in the basket more, but no county team has allowed the opposition to return the favor like South has. As for North Hagerstown, the Hubs have been following the Noah's Ark rule to this juncture. It's been 2-2 for North, 2 losses, followed by 2 wins, followed by 2 more losses, and now a win. Coach Kevin Hartman hopes his team is sitting on another one of those and another one. His guys own an overall record of just 3-4, although, along with Smithsburg, they're the only other unbeaten team in the Antietam at 2-0. Elijah Stubbs has stepped up to average 13.6 points and a team best 4 steals, and Will Peralta is contributing 12.3 points and a team-high 9.7 rebounds. Even with both playing well in the absence of leading scorer Isaiah Keys during the Hubs Holiday Classic, North dropped both of its games. With Keys back, the Hubs will know a little more about themselves after 2 big conference battles this week against Williamsport and Smithsburg. Boonesboro's off to an 0-2 beginning to the Antietam campaign and an overall 2-4 mark, mainly because the Warriors can't score. Boonesboro's last among public school teams at a paltry 49 points per game. Conversely, Clear Spring has had little trouble scoring, and one player in particular has spearheaded the Blazer offense. You're looking at not just Clear Springs, but the county's leading scorer through Tuesday. He's sophomore guard Spencer Schultz, who's putting up 18.7 points per game. Not so surprisingly, older brother Colin is averaging a double-double, nearly 15 points and 10-plus rebounds per game so far. The Blazers are 3-4. However, two of those W's came against Hancock, and with all due respect to the Panthers, they've struggled to be competitive. As the county's only winless team, Hancock is off to an 0-6 start with an average margin of defeat of 25.5 points per game. Despite getting nearly 15 points per game from senior guard Jordan Toston, the Panthers haven't played one yet decided by fewer than 10. We're back with more basketball upcoming. Got girls to bring you up to date on right after this. Boxes are good for a number of things, but not as your flooring store.
Excuse me, where can I find your ceramic tile expert?
Ceramic tile expert? You're looking at him.
But aren't you the...
Ceramic tile expert.
At Carpet Gallery, flooring isn't just one of the things we do, it's the only thing we do. And when they say free, we say, really? Here, you'll meet with flooring and ceramic tile experts with over 70 years of experience, and that's for real, and that's real value. Trust Carpet Gallery for all your flooring needs and think outside the box.
In July of 1863, Robert E. Lee's Army of Northern Virginia retreated through Washington County after the Battle of Gettysburg. For 10 days, Lee's army was stuck in and around the town of Williamsport. Antietam Cable Productions is proud to bring you the 150th anniversary of the Retreat Through Williamsport event on Blu-ray and DVD. This multi-disc set features over 12 hours of lectures, demonstrations, and reenactments. To get your very own copy of this special event, visit the Antietam Cable DVD store. Plus, for a limited time, get 25% off everything in the store.
Antietam Cable is proud to bring you Through a Veteran's Eye, a show for veterans, families of veterans, and friends of veterans. This unique show focuses on local, state, and national programs that support veterans' health and welfare and helps to provide avenues for applying for veterans' benefits and where to go for help. Through a Veteran's Eye can be seen on HMTV6 and also on WCL TV 30, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. Simply put, it's our way of saying thanks to all of you as veterans for what you've done for this great nation. Welcome home.
Hamilton Nissan is the used car superstore. You don't have to go to the Ford dealership to buy a Ford or the Honda dealership to buy a Honda. Save thousands and buy pre-owned at Hamilton Nissan. A huge selection of the area's most popular models, from Acura to Volkswagen. You'll find it at Hamilton Nissan with maximum selection, maximum savings, and maximum value with our Dealership for Life program. The Hamilton Nissan Used Car Superstore on the Dual Highway in Hagerstown or online at hamiltonnissan.com.
Antietam Cable is pleased to announce another exciting innovation, Antietam To Go. Antietam To Go lets you watch TV shows on your computer or portable device, laptop, tablet, smartphone. Watch what you want, when you want, where you want from the most popular networks on television. Power Antietam To Go with Antietam high-speed internet for the perfect entertainment combo. Just visit myactv.net/Antietam To Go to get started. It's TV your way with Antietam To Go, free with your TV subscription. Thank you for being an Antietam Cable customer. Welcome back to the show. In girls basketball, there are two teams that have been spitting in the face of the polar vortex because they are red hot. First, from the Even a Blind Man Saw This Coming file, defending Antietam Conference champion South Hagerstown has picked up right where it left off a year ago. The Rebels might be even more dominant through the early stages of this season, prevailing in both conference games so far en route to a perfect overall record of 5-0, a stretch during which they've dispatched their opponents by an average of 29.4 points per no contest. South is dropping 63.6 points per game, which is nearly 10 more than any other county team and 15 more than any other public county team. And nobody is more responsible for that than Tay Stewart, whose 16.2 average is second in the county and tops on the Rebels. Stewart also leads the team in rebounds, assists, and steals, complemented by reigning Inside Sports Player of the Year Catrice Dixon's 13.2 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 2 blocks per game. The pair has been the county's most productive duo, and they'll be counted on to continue their stellar play for Coach Nate Naylor in 2 big conference road games this week. The second of which comes on the home floor of the second sizzling school, one that continues to open eyes as it continues to win. although the season didn't start that way. After dropping their first 3 games to a murderer's row of opponents, the Williamsport Wildcats have now reeled off 5 straight victories. 3 of those wins have come against Antietam Conference opponents, vaulting the Cats into first place by a half game over South. Williamsport's other 2 W's came in their Daub Classic, which, coupled with the boys' championship win, gave the hosts a sweep for the first time in 18 years. Tournament MVP Kate Wade's 10.9 points per game leads a team whose team effort has been the key to its winning streak, during which that effort has generated a stifling defensive effort that's limited opponents to an average of just 33 points per game over that stretch. Coach Kevin Murphy's Wildcats square off against the schools from both ends of Hagerstown this week, highlighted by Friday's showdown with South. The team Boonesboro gets first crack at, or at least we're supposed to. The Warriors have put 3 in a row in the win column since losing their only game to Williamsport back on December 19th. Now 6-1 overall and 1-1 in the conference, Boonesboro's grinded its way to its victories by an average of just 8.2 points per game, including 2 and 13-point triumphs in winning its holiday tourney. Junior guard Morgan Angle leads the Warriors in assists like this one and points, and is tied for the team lead in steals. Coach Sam Connolly's benefited from a number of contributors throughout the early going and is looking for more to enter the mix as the season unfolds and his young team becomes more seasoned, but 5 games over 500 and prevailing in close games certainly isn't a bad start. A bad start is just what it's been for North Hagerstown as a team, but not for a lack of production by senior forward Kayla Peterson. Peterson's having a monster year so far, averaging a county-topping double-double, which includes her 17.5 points per game average. She's coming off an eye-popping 21-point, 28-rebound performance in a win at Brunswick. For North, that was just win number 2, though, and that slow start's become the source of tumult for a team that currently has the worst scoring defense in the county. But it could be worse, like winless worse. That's the world in which Smithsburg is living. The Leopards have limped out of the blocks to 0-6 overall and 0-3 conference marks. Smithsburg has come close to breaking through, though, playing 2 games decided by 1 possession. The main issue for the Leopards has been that they've struggled to score on most nights, averaging just 36.2 points per game. What Smithsburg wouldn't give for Clear Springs' offensive output then, which is the 4th best in the county, although the Blazers haven't exactly maximized it, notching 2 wins in their first 7 games. One of those wins came against a Hancock squad that, despite averaging a county-low 29.1 points each time it steps on the floor, has 2 wins to its credit in 7 tries, although both came at the expense of 1-8 Broad Fording. Speaking of the private school ranks, St. Maria Goretti is 1 victory away from matching its win total for all of last season. Efficient play has keyed the turnaround for new head coach Sheldon Henry, with the Gales boasting the county's 2nd highest scoring offense and the best scoring defense, limiting opponents to just 33.1 points per game, a combination that has Goretti sitting at 6-4. Speaking of turnarounds from last season and within this one even, St. James, like Goretti, tasted victory just 7 times a year ago too, and started this one 0-3. The Saints of Coach Jim Fahey have now ridden a 4-game winning streak to a 4-3 record with 16 games still remaining, including Thursday night's encounter at Goretti. And with that, you're up to speed on basketball, but that's not nearly all on our first show of 2014. The other amazeballs, winter sports, some that actually use balls, incidentally, are still to come. I'll take you to the mat, the track, and the rink for status reports on wrestling, indoor track and field, and the Washington County North Stars, respectively, right after this timeout. What's bigger than a baker's dozen and a lot more exciting? Antietam Cable Sports Plus. 18 extra sports channels. MLB Network, Golf Channel, ESPNU, ESPN News, Big Ten Network, Outdoor Channel, World Fishing Network, Horse Racing TV, Fox College Sports, NFL Network, NFL Red Zone, every touchdown from every game every Sunday during the regular season, and more. Antietam Cable Sports Plus, just $7.99 per month. If you already have a digital box, you can get Sports Plus activated instantly. Call now, 301-797-5000. At Murray's Tire and Auto, we were here for you then, and we're here for you now. While the way we look might have changed over the years, the quality of the work you've come to count on remains the same. From preventive maintenance services to emissions repairs to major and minor mechanical work, Plus, Murray's carries Cooper and other major brands of tires and uses state-of-the-art equipment to accommodate all rim and tire sizes. And now shopping for tires has never been easier. At Murray's, your family's safety behind the wheel is important to us as our own. Enjoy old-fashioned service with all the modern conveniences at Murray's Tire and Auto. Still here for you in Williamsport.
Honey, I just got the mail. We got 6 new bills today.
We don't have enough money.
Mommy, will we still get to live in our house?
It may be time to consider bankruptcy. Call Bodie Law. Do it for yourself, do it for your family.
Injured on the job? Been denied compensation? Need money for medical bills and lost wages? Know your rights. Insurance companies have lawyers, and so should you. Protect yourself. Call Bodie Law, your Hagerstown legal team, for help at 888-823-1255. It's what we do for you that counts.
Antietam Cable is proud to bring you Through a Veteran's Eye, a show for veterans, families of veterans, and friends of veterans. This unique show focuses on local, state, and national programs that support veterans' health and welfare and helps to provide avenues for applying for veterans' benefits and where to go for help. Through a Veteran's Eye can be seen on HMTV 6 and also on WCL TV 30, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. Simply put, it's our way of saying thanks to all of you as veterans for what you've done for this great nation. Welcome home. Boxes are good for a number of things, but not as your flooring store.
Excuse me, where can I find your ceramic tile expert?
Ceramic tile expert? You're looking at him.
But aren't you the...
Ceramic tile expert.
At Carpet Gallery, flooring isn't just one of the things we do, it's the only thing we do. And when they say free, we say, really? Here, you'll meet with flooring and ceramic tile experts with over 70 years of experience, and that's for real, and that's real value. Trust Carpet Gallery for all your flooring needs and think outside the box. Antietam Cable is pleased to announce another exciting innovation, Antietam To Go. Antietam To Go lets you watch TV shows on your computer or portable device, laptop, tablet, smartphone. Watch what you want, when you want, where you want from the most popular networks on television. Power Antietam To Go with Antietam high-speed internet for the perfect entertainment combo. Just visit myactv.net/Antietam To Go to get started. It's TV your way with Antietam To Go, free with your TV subscription. Thank you for being an Antietam Cable customer. Welcome back to Inside Sports. On the indoor track and field front, Boonesboro has sprinted, hurdled, thrown, and jumped to the forefront of the leaderboard of what's been a weather-limited schedule. For starters, the Boonesboro girls claimed victory at their own event, capturing the 16-team Warrior Invitational by 13.5 points over second-place Liberty. Megan Graham set meet records in winning the 800 and the 1600. Graham's 1600 time of 5 minutes, 14.62 seconds was 63 hundredths of a second better than the previous meet best and 1.89 seconds faster than teammate Haley Wright, who established the third quickest time ever at the Warrior Invite. Ella Hawkins crossed the line third to complete a 1-2-3 Warrior finish. Two-time 1A state 55-meter hurdles champ Maggie Sullivan served notice that she's not backing down just because Boonesboro has moved up. Sullivan's first-place finish in the hurdles complemented second-place finishes in both the high jump and the 300. Courtney Cunningham provided the other Warrior win, outdistancing the field in the 3200. Washington County claimed another pair of triumphs, with North Hagerstown's Emily Ward cruising to the wire in the 500, and Smithsburg's Emma Gerhold, the defending state titleist in the pole vault, taking that event as expected, getting up and over 9 feet. As for the boys, Boonesboro came in second by 7, and South Hagerstown was third by 16 points to team champion Urbana. In one of the great finishes of the day, the Warriors' Devin Fairhall edged the Rebels' Isaiah Smith by 3/100ths of a second to capture the 55-meter dash. Additionally, Boonesboro's Sean Snyder would go on to grab a third in the 800 after this strong runner-up effort in the 500. Smithsburg's Caleb Cardone, a bronze medal winner at States a year ago in the 300, came within 39 hundredths of a second of setting a new meet record at the Warrior Invitational, where pole vaulter Brandon Klein of Williamsport also claimed victory, though not pictured here, but trust me, he had already cleared 12 feet. 2 weeks later at the Frostburg Invitational at Prince George's Sports and Learning Complex, Megan Grams made county history in leading the Boonesboro girls to a runner-up team finish in the field of 16. The junior broke the all-time county mark, a record that had stood for nearly 26 years in the 1600. Graham's time of 5 minutes, 7.3 seconds bettered Lynn Ziegler's from 1988's outdoor season by 1.94 seconds. Congratulations to Megan, and what bodes so well is that she established that blazing record in the building where the state meet will be held in 5.5 weeks. Other Boonesboro winners at the Frostbite included Sullivan, who knows how to win in Landover in the 55 hurdles, Wright in the 3200, and LaShanta Tonsel in the long jump. Cardone captured the 300 for the Smithsburg boys, who ended up 6th. And on the same December day, both the South Hagerstown boys and girls placed second in the Mountain Express holiday meet at HCC. Winning performances were turned in by Brianna Masser and Isaiah Smith in the shot put, and Chelsea Wright in the high jump. The MVAL Antietam meet with Boonesboro, Brunswick, Catoctin, North, South, Smithsburg, and Williamsport mixing it up is next. That's Friday, starting at 4 at the Arc. On the wrestling scene, North Hagerstown has yet to face an opponent it hasn't been able to vanquish. The Hubs have put on a mat clinic so far, building confidence, securing wins, and climbing the state rankings. North's 15-0 start to the season has it sitting at number 6 among all high school wrestling teams in Maryland. Individually, Brendan Colbert is ranked highest. The unbeaten senior is the number 3 rated 152-pounder in the state. While the Hubs have set a blistering pace for the rest of the county to try to follow, Williamsport isn't too far behind. The Wildcats visited the home of the state's 5th-ranked team, Damascus, for the Hornets' 23rd annual holiday tournament on the final weekend before the new year. By the time all the headgear was hung up at the end of the 2-day event, Williamsport emerged as runners-up to the hosts in the 19-team field and boasted 13 place winners. Kobe Baker, the Wildcats' highest state-ranked wrestler, 9th at 160, and 182-pounder Austin Keetle each made it all the way to the championship finals in their respective weight classes. Third-place honors went to Justin Beckley, who secured his with a pin at 113, and Tanner Canfield, who emerged victorious in his final bout of the day at 126. Williamsport is currently in the 17th slot in the overall team state rankings poll. On the same weekend at the 25th annual Leopard Invitational at Smithsburg, the Leopards placed 3rd as a team and concluded the tournament with 2 individual champions, Dylan Bryce at 120 and Bryce Scott, the 11th ranked wrestler in the state, at 195. Boonesboro came in 12 points behind Smithsburg in 4th and left with 3 individual weight class winners, Haven Huntsberry at 106, Dalton Hawkins at 145, and Louis Manolio at 220. With the exception of Smithsburg, all county wrestlers, including those from St. James, will converge on North Hagerstown to take part in the 27th annual Hub Cup this weekend. Brian Davis of Williamsport is the only returning champ from the county. North's Colbert and Gene Balsita are back, each having finished 3rd a year ago. And J.D. McCoy of North will put his perfect 15-0 start to the season on the line in that one. 23 schools from 4 states and the District of Columbia come seeking the title of Hub Cup Champion 2014, which to this point is still Urbana's, the defending team champ, while the Hubs tied for 3rd a year ago, and Williamsport was 9 points behind them in 5th. Wrestling commences Friday afternoon at 4:30 and concludes with the championship finals beginning Saturday evening at 7. Finally, in hockey, the Washington County North Stars are off to a less than robust 2-3-2 start. Hampered by a short roster and a lack of varsity hockey experience, the North Stars have failed to establish any consistency. Even so, Washington County ended the old year on a 3-game unbeaten streak, but couldn't manage to sustain that momentum starting the new year with a loss. The North Stars have a big game coming up next Monday at home against Urbana, the second-place team in the conference. Washington County looks to avenge a 2-0 road loss to the Hawks back in November when they host Urbana at the Hagerstown Ice and Sports Complex, where the North Stars have won 22 of their last 25. And with that, we're back in the flow and you're up to speed on the winter sports season. Before I leave you, I'd like to send a little challenge out to New England Patriots coach Bill Belichick, who said last week that he wishes the NFL would do away with kicking extra points. Belichick's assertion is that they're just too easy. So during Saturday's divisional playoff game against my boys, how about either refusing to kick any or kick all of them from, say, like 60 yards? Hopefully New England will be in no position to kick any anyway. We'll find out. Next week on the show, the Hub Cup, the MVAL Antietam Indoor Track and Field Championships, and a lot more. I'll see you then on the inside.
Hey, your sisters and your brothers, your haters and your lovers, you gotta get up in the streets.